Today, working on the ambient temperature sensor for a Saturn 2005 Ion 2. As you can see, it says OC, no outside temperature. So there's a malfunction with the sensor. Bought a couple parts off of eBay, and we'll install them. When you look online where it shows the sensor is, at least on this one, it was on the driver's side, fender side, inside the engine compartment. I will show that what that looks like currently, and then the replacement part that I found on eBay, and hopefully it all goes together. On our Saturn 2005, the temperature sensor is this right here. It was hooked to the front near the driver's side headlight, and here's what it looks like inside. You can see corrosion inside there. It looks like there's supposed to be something hooked to the top of this, and I'll show you what I ended up buying. But this looks like it goes in a couple holes here and mounts. Only two colors coming out of it. You got a green, black, and some kind of white black wire on it, which I'm going to cut, splice, and put in a new connector. And I'll show you that in a second here. This is what I bought off eBay. This cost me like $12.50. This one cost me about $5. And what happens is this sensor is an AcDelco and a PT248. I'm going to try that one. There's multiple ones on there that look exactly the same on there. And what happens is this goes on top of here inside like this, and it clicks in here like that, and that's what I'm going to put in back into the sidewall. Mount these two to the oldest wires, splice and use heat shrink and solder them, and that should do the trick. It all matches up exactly. Well, I couldn't find anything online that showed this, but after figuring out what the heck was going on, I figured out that's what it had to look like at one time, close to that. They don't make that I can't find that sensor that was originally on here, like that one. Where'd it go down there? I couldn't find this one online anywhere, so it must have been discontinued or what. But as you can see, there's corrosion inside there, and that's the reason why this thing doesn't work at all, or because there's no end unit on it. And you can see they used to click right in here. Okay, for this I needed to get my solder gun. I got some wire strippers, some cutters, my heat gun. I gotta go get some heat shrink, which I got over in another container, and some solder. And let me go get my heat shrink and we'll get it all ready to go. And we're going to cut the original sensor off, strip it back, solder it, put the heat shrink on, shrink the heat, and then do a test on it and see how it works. So far I stripped back the wire a little bit, and from the tape that they had on here, so I'm going to cut somewhere on here and stagger them so they're not on the same level, the wires, when I cut them. So that's what I'm going to do first, and then I'll show you the rest. Okay, I cut the old sensor off, cut back the wire a little bit, and so they're staggered. You can see the green and the white with green, white, green, black, and then white, black. Took the sensor, cut the wire shorter so that they match on. Did the wire, but I'm going to have to solder it in a second. Put some heat shrink on it. Don't forget to put that on before you get that all assembled. So I'm going to solder it and heat shrink it, and then check it out. Alright, I got everything done. It's heat shrinked. I'm about to heat shrink it. I got to use my heat gun on them, but the connections are covered. Just need to heat shrink it, put it back together, get as far away from the engine as you possibly can from this position. So, and see what we got. Now it's all heat shrinked, and it's put through a little hole that was on the sidewall. And there's actually like a sensor, like about a 1-inch long sensor that's going through the sidewall, which is probably actually the thing that's picking up the temperature. So we got that set up. Now we're going to go inside and see. All right, we're back in the car to check it out and see what we got. All right, it says 69 degrees outside. It's about right. So that those parts I did buy does work for this car, 2005 Saturn Ion 2. And I'll put down the part numbers in the description. Thanks for looking. Hope this helps you out.